The Rainforest Challenge, or RFC, was started in 1997 by creator and founder Louis J.A. Wee. This is a unique hardcore 4x4 event held in the jungles of Malaysia during the monsoons. 18 years since it all began, the RFC has built up a reputation as the world's most well-known and internationally represented off-road 4x4 event. It is also considered to be one of the top 10 toughest motorsport events in the world. Adventurers from all over the world have participated and continue to participate in this challenge of a lifetime. The RFC has not only become an annual international off-road challenge of Malaysia, but has also been replicated globally in countries like Italy, Russia, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, Tunisia, China and Australia. August 2014. Cougar Motorsport brings RFC to India.
This is the only way you can go through for the Twilight Zone. End of discussion.
Over 40 men and women rise to the challenge.
Oh my God.
I have a perfect co-rider with me.
We can take on anything. It's not for the faint-hearted. Even walking through it is an achievement to me.
जो ना हो वो टफ हो गया, जो हो गया वो इजी हो गया.
I went for the RFC to Malaysia last year in December, and what I saw there was so crazy that I was so keen for Indian motorsport enthusiasts, off-road enthusiasts in India to experience it. So we got talking with the founder, Luis, and took the franchise for 3 years to do it in India.
It was a great opportunity for us. Our new vehicle, which is the Gurkha, comes out next month. So we could not have found a better platform than to launch it together with the Rainforest Challenge, because this is something which the Gurkha, is at heart, at the DNA of the Gurkha is off-roading.
This is a new sport in India, but I can see that it's a tremendous boost in their spirit. The people themselves, the participants, off-roaders, and they are so much passionate.
So it's a big opportunity first for the off-roading community in India to experience what real off-roading is, to learn out of this and mature in this sport or in this hobby.
When this event was declared in February 2014, the standard of off-roading preparation of vehicle was totally different from what we saw when we did the pre-event scrutiny for this event. Unbelievable. The amount of preparation, the amount of stuff which has gone into detail, it has to be seen. I think we have gone straightway 30-40 years in last 6 months.
But it normally joins to the...
We don't need it. It's good enough. Just by RFC coming to India, the thinking, the planning, the preparation has just gone to a totally different level. All were very pleasantly surprised. We didn't know that people can prepare vehicles like this in India. And in fact, David and the Malaysians from RFC International, they've also been pleasantly surprised. In fact, they said that some of the younger Malaysians who've been participating, they should come and see what kind of vehicles Indians have prepared and how well prepared they are. Every car here has a Warn 8274. Differential lockers, ground anchors, high lift jacks, things which were theoretically people were aware of, and now they have them all in their car and they're using them. Relocating radiators to the rear of the vehicle. I saw this in Malaysia for the first time just 6 months ago, and now we've got so many Jeeps running here with that. So creditable, amazing.
When they put us in the boat, I was so surprised in what it actually turned, to what I've seen. These guys have had 6 months' notice of RFC India, and what they've presented is unbelievable. The vehicle build quality is so high, it took me by surprise. So credit to all the competitors.
Because safety was my main issue for this event. So I wanted to make sure that the roll cages, safety belts, seats, cut-off switches, non-return valves, and all the safety issues are taken care of.
This is a big step forward for us as a company, as an opportunity to build the brand of the Gurkha. Our team so far has done extremely well. This is something completely new for us. It's very challenging, but at the same time it's very exciting. A lot of excitement. You're not doing the regular stuff at at home or in R&D in terms of because at R&D you are normally designing vehicles which are suited for the road conditions. Here you are able to go completely wild in your imagination. You are able to play with the vehicles. You can break the vehicles. I'm sure the other competitors who are participating also have put in a lot of effort. All I can say is may the best team win.
I'd like to say this, for those who are already here in this event, you are making history for India rising in 4x4. So please complete the event and you're all winners. And for those who are coming to see the event, this is something, this platform will be something exciting. It will build up your character, it will build up your preparation, and that is something exciting for India. So let's contribute to India rising in 4x4.
Prologue was held at the IT Park at Donna Paula over 2 days. 12 special stages were run over again a very natural terrain. We didn't use any excavator, any machinery to build those stages. They were all natural.
Course designs were set up so everyone could basically get through at the start, because you don't want to put people off by having courses designed that aren't going to work every time they walk away with 24 DNFs. That doesn't help the sport at all. So I think I just built up to it over the Prologue.
have participated in like about 7 or 8 events. The last year I had participated in an event called as the CougarMotorsport, which is supposed to be the toughest off-roading event which India used to have. Now I think the game has changed with RFC being over here. It's awesome. I'm enjoying it. It's different because everything is like so very well organized. There's like a lot of do's and don'ts in place, which is good. And we are learning from this because we have not experienced all this in other events. This is the first event which is like happening professionally, very professionally. So we are learning. I think the 5th stage, which has a topple point, is a little bit tricky. I did most of them, I attempted them, but I had some issues with the vehicle, so I couldn't clear some.
Last year, Rainforest Challenge Malaysia.
जितनी चैम्पियनशिप जो भी रही, महिंद्रा ग्रेट एस्केप वगैरह, वो तो बिल्कुल ही इसके सामने कुछ भी नहीं है। ये एक अलग एक्सपीरियंस है और एक्सट्रीम जो ऑफ रोडिंग जिसको कहेंगे वो इसमें है, RFC में देखने को। अभी तो डे 1 है, आगे होता है, लगता है शायद इससे बहुत ज़्यादा टफ स्टेजेस होंगी।
We had one compulsory winch over the 12 stages. All the locals were trying to drive, which I saw created a lot of damage to the vehicles. You know, they should have been using the winch and they wouldn't have been fixing every night.
David was the track master, so he thought, let's not be very aggressive day one. We'll gradually raise the bar so that people enjoy and start expecting gradually. So day one was comparatively easy. Day two was tougher. But day three, I think a lot of people are seeing what actual off-roading is all about. Yes.
We moved after that to South Goa to run the Predator, the 6 special stages at the Predator campsite.
Time up. Okay.
It's a very technical course. You see, now they are running against the clock, which is 15 minutes, plus they are running against each other for time, and then they are running against penalties. So for coming first, fastest, you get 100 points, and then you get penalties cut off. So a lot of people are coming 7th with no penalties and getting more points than coming first with 8-9 penalties.
I had one gentleman say, "Oh, this is impossible, you've only given 15 minutes. And luckily me, the next car over just drove down, drove up and out, so it was possible. But yeah, if you had the right waffle boards, it was just a drop in, winch out, drive up, back into the finish. That wasn't a real tricky one, or it shouldn't have turned out a tricky one.
'18 was tough for us. Actually, it was a surprise stage and we made some mistakes in that and it was really tough.
उसमें हम walk the track नहीं कर सकते थे, तो driver can't see anything and उसे कुछ नहीं पता था कि आगे क्या हो सकता है. If a driver is coming in a speed, तो he obviously उसने mistake करेगा कि अगर वो सीधा जाएगा.
After the Predator, we moved further down to South Goa for the Terminator stages, which are going on right now behind you.
Chris, welcome here to the last day apart from the Twilight Zone. Do not think from anyone that I was given an agenda of what to build or how to build it. For any club, for any team, for anyone. All these stages are my choosing. Ashes and the competition manager had no idea what I was building. The last vehicle will start no later than 7 p.m. Are you ready? Today is 19 through to 24. It will be the last of their stages before we enter the Twilight Zone, and then of course the end.
where I said your gearbox.
RFC has been a totally different experience. I've been off-roading for n number of years, but this is definitely, raised the ante, absolutely. It's a different level, which is wonderful, and I think this should have come to India much before.
In Malaysia, RFC is short as, but here it's long. High winching, high climbs.
The whole week has been a big learning graph, and we have learned so many new techniques with other fellow off-roaders, and it's been good. I think we're ready to take on anything now. For example, winching is something we've only used for recovery earlier, but now we're doing it to actually do stages rather than recovering vehicles which are stuck or something. So new techniques definitely.
इसमें सारा कुछ together work करता है. एक driver, एक co-driver, your car, your jeep, and your technical skills.
So it's just like two same minds rock together. So I have a perfect co-rider with me, so it's really working well for me.
This is the part of the event that people have come for, and I don't begrudge people that say no, we're not doing it, or get to the tricky parts and no, that's enough for me, and turn around and go back out, because it is demanding. If you didn't like the stages that I'd set up over the last couple of days, you might want to think twice about coming out tomorrow morning. And the Twilight Zone is an unknown to anyone. It's not for the faint-hearted. If you get through there, even walking through it is an achievement to me. Place the course on a disused track. I think the forestry have said it was about 30 years ago they last used it. Yeah, no, it will be very demanding for the competitors. Just as soon as they start, there's a lot of washouts on one side, and the tricky part is we've got a couple hundred metres of side angle where the cars will have to be secured to get across the mountain where the road's gone. You have to work as a team. You have to look at, okay, that's your team, but you also have to look after the car behind you, which is a member of another team, and the car in front of you. Because if you just sit in the car while someone else is doing the work, it won't happen. You'll be up there for hours. There's no room to pass. You can't get by. And so if one car breaks down, everyone has to get out there and help or get it through the obstacle. The camaraderie forms in this event in the Twilight Zone. I've noticed here, being honest, the camaraderie hasn't been there. There's been, as I said at briefing yesterday, there's been too much infighting, one club against this or against other people. This isn't the event for that. It's not a club event. This is an event where everyone has to work together as one. If you want to have a great week, you work as one. When you get into trouble, you can always depend on someone to get you out of trouble. So the Twilight Zone will be everyone helping each other, even though you may be in a team. This is the trickiest stuff up here of the whole course. Then a bit of side angle, and then all they've got is to get across the waterfall. Then they're home, all finished. This is difficult, but the time is achievable.
It's a walk road, it's not a road.
Who wants to do it will lift their hands. Who doesn't want to do it will turn around and go back.
यहाँ से ही यार उतर ही नहीं सकती गाड़ी।
आप करना चाहते हो?
1.5 फुट ही थे। रोड
I'll show you the road if you want. You can see the road. You people can make it.
This is the only way you can go through for the Twilight Zone.
Okay.
End of discussion. You're the competitors. I've just come up here to make sure that some safety is being observed in this.
Okay, let's go there and finish.
जो भी है यार जाना ही नहीं जाना है decide कर लो यहाँ पे time waste मत करो।
At the moment, I've got no idea what's going on. You keep getting asked questions. I give an answer. I think they're having a cup of tea. I've got no idea at the moment.
Yeah, we're wasting too much time now. We've already wasted a lot of time. Now decide.
If you're not doing this, turn around and go back. We need to know if there's any teams coming in here.
No, I'll go ask all of them, like you said.
Moving that way?
Who all are going? That's not. Do you? Okay, back.
Back?
Go. 3, 2, 2.
But we're not. The choice is yours.
Slow.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Guide him back, turn around and start moving back. So turn around as soon as possible, go back to camp, get cleaned up, because party time tonight.
RFC India had an extensive PR plan that resulted in coverage by over 200 Tier 1 media publications and leading auto and sports journalists from all major media houses attending the event in Goa. The event visibility was further amplified through a targeted online FM, print and out-of-home media plan.